Right, one more video from me today. I mentioned in my previous video about the resource centre. I've been digging around online and it's actually called Scrap Store UK. Oh, sorry, I'm going to get my head in the way again, but let me just have a scrapstoresuk.org, www.scrapstoresuk, all one word, .org. And that will list all the scrap stores around the country, and anyone in the UK, I would urge you to sort of make inquiries or at least look it up online and have a look, because it's just absolutely brilliant. It's a bit like the American surplus. If you go onto Shannon Green's videos, she does quite a few talks about American surplus, and it's very, very similar to that. I would imagine it's, you know, not on the same size sort of scale as that, but there are just some brilliant bits and pieces that you can pick up there. You pay an annual membership, which varies depending on the scrap store that you join. So you pay an annual membership, and then you just pay a minimal charge when you go, either per basket or per trolley, supermarket trolley load. And I was watching Betsy Doodle's video earlier, and this is what really prompted me to come on and sort of delve into Scrap Store in a bit more detail. She had done an alcohol technique on plastic bags, and they look like this. It's the post-safe envelopes. And I thought, well, I've got some envelopes that I picked up the last time I was in the resource centre. And look, it's worked. I've done my alcohol technique on this plastic bag. I've counted them, I picked up 24. I think I paid £5 for the basket load that I had, which included those particular plastic bags and loads of other stuff too. But I did the same kind of technique. I first of all, to cover up all the grey bits and pieces on my envelope, I used my sponge tool, foam pad tool, Tim Holtz one, and went all over the envelope, and it just melted away. All of this writing just completely disappeared. It just dissolved. And so I pounced mine up and down, which is given, I don't know whether you can see it, this sort of texture. And then I just dropped my various shades of alcohol ink, so the same shades that I used on the previous videos that I've done, because those are the only 6 I've got. So I dropped the colours in, then dropped on my surgical spirits, and then I added some iridescent medium. I used my little tool that I used before, dipped it in the iridescent medium and dropped it on, and it makes this wonderful effect. It sort of mingles with the alcohol ink and disperses. And let me hold it up. This is not quite dry yet, but I don't know whether you can see that, but it's just so pretty. So then I sort of thought, oh gosh, I better do a video on the things that I've had from the scrap store, and I've forgotten half the things that I've bought. But let me just turn around, because on a previous trip, I'm not sure whether you can see this, I picked up this shiny black paper. It's a ceramic tile distributors, so it's, imagine the stuff that they put up there and stick the tiles on. And this is shiny and doesn't tear. So this must be synthetic paper. So this had been sitting in my craft room all that time, and I'd forgotten about it. I didn't know I had it. So I cut a small piece off. It's white, plain white on the back. And then I got my alcohol inks out again. And this one worked too. So yeah, dropped the alcohol inks in, pounced on it first with green this time, then added some iridescent medium, and so that's the other alcohol sheet that I've made. Let me just put those two to one side, bear with me a second. But let me show you some of the other things that I have picked up during my trips to the scrap store. I picked up this whole reel of the metallic sticky paper. So there's loads of techniques. I think there's an alcohol technique that I'd seen somewhere using this as well, but it's really sticky. I think they use this for plumbing. I'm not really sure, but I picked up that was included in one of my baskets. I've got this whole wad of silver and gold papers. I think those look to me like the papers that you get inside a cigarette packet, but again, I thought those would be really good for collage. What else have I picked up? I've got loads and loads and loads of this mount board that I just use to paint on. I've got this in all kinds of different sizes. That's about the largest that I pick up, but again, the last time I went, they had sort of huge pieces. They've even got some that are cut into nice pretty shapes as well. I've got a house one, this is a heart one, all sorts. So there's that. I picked up a whole wad of these, which again I use just for stenciling through, and they're great on the jelly plate. What else? I picked up these bits and pieces, just pieces of plastic, but I use these as stencils. Again, brilliant for, you know, just spraying through or using on the jelly plate. I have picked up these foam things, which again are great for putting on your jelly plate or stenciling through or sticking down on a piece of plastic and using as a stamp. I've picked up quite a few of these, again great for making sort of, you know, dots, circles on your paper. These are sort of squishy, they're sort of like rubberized, so I've got some of those. They have loads of the little sticky foam pads. Again, all of this cork was from there, so I made my own stamps. I picked up some of these the last time I was there. Goodness knows what I'm going to do with them, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to do with these envelopes until today. What else? Oh, the one previous visit, I picked up a wad of this. This is tea bag paper, the stuff that they make tea bags out of, which again I thought would be really good for stamping on, using sort of like making my own tissue paper. So I've got a whole wad of that waiting for me to do something with. I picked up a whole wad of corrugated cardboard on a previous visit, so rather than having to sit there peeling all the bits off a cardboard box, I've got it already ready done. And again, you could take as much as you wanted. It was on a great big massive roll. I just thought, you know, this was enough for me. I've got, let me just delve over here. This is the wall felt I was talking about. Beautiful, beautiful quality wall felt. And looking online, this is about £40 per metre. This cost me £2 and there's 4 metres. And I picked it up in several different colours. My son's used quite a bit of it, but that was red. I've got it in this gorgeous magenta-y, pinky purple and brown. Then I picked up, oh, hang on a second, let me just delve down again. I picked up this wad of leather as well. Again, sort of, you know, quite decent sized pieces, which I thought would be great for making, you know, embellishments or what have you. Beautiful quality leather. I would imagine that this has come from car upholsterers or, you know, even furniture upholstery leather. I don't know, but beautiful quality leather. So there's black there, red, some brown, some sort of taupey colour beige, various scraps of purple, dark grey, sort of like a mushroom colour. This one's gold, this is a massive piece here. And then this textured leather in this cream as well. So I've got a massive piece of that. So you really can pick up some amazing things. As I say, this drop paper was from there. I could do with going back actually, because I could do some more of this. This black rubber sheet that's underneath my drop paper was from there. So they've got all kinds of things. They've also got an art store there as well. I picked up my Brushos, which were really, really cheap. They've got all kinds of dye inks there. all sorts of different cardstock, papers, all different kinds of craft paints, sort of cheaper than you can buy them quite often in the shops. So do go and check it out, as I say, www.scrapstoresuk.org. Anyway, that is me done for today. See you soon. Bye.